Asia on fire. A summer of fury exposes our climate fragility. Sriram Ananthakrishnan 360 degrees banker, building global businesses, international trade, treasury markets, trader, structured finance, strategic financial leader. The inferno gripping South and Southeast Asia this spring isn't summer's wrath. It's a terrifying data point in the ever-growing story of climate change. For an unprecedented 11th month, global temperatures have shattered records. Here's a glimpse into the devastating reality scorching Asia. Temperature. Millions languish under an unrelenting heat, with thermometers exceeding a suffocating 110 degrees Fahrenheit, 43 degrees Celsius in some regions. School closures, educational institutions have become stifling saunas, forcing closures and disrupting learning for millions. Agricultural devastation, crops wilt in parched fields, with the World Bank estimating that extreme heat could slash yields by up to 30% in some areas, jeopardizing food security for millions. Human cost. Tragically, lives have already been lost, suspected victims of heat stroke's cruel grip. This isn't just a story of disrupted routines, it's a full-blown humanitarian crisis unfolding with alarming speed. Science sounds the alarm. Scientists offer a chilling verdict. Human-caused global warming is the primary culprit behind these extreme weather events. Here's the data that paints a clear picture. 1. Global temperature records. The World Meteorological Organization, WMO, recently issued a stark red alert, highlighting the high probability of 2024 being yet another record-breaking year for heat. The past 11 months have seen the hottest temperatures ever recorded globally. 2. El Niño's role. While the El Niño phenomenon might be playing a temporary role, the long-term, undeniable trend is clear. Our planet is overheating at an alarming rate. The brutal consequences of inaction. The consequences of inaction are a terrifying inferno threatening to engulf us all. The poorest communities are the tinder on which this climate fire burns hottest. Here's a breakdown of the devastating impacts. Food security crisis. Millions of farmers face devastating crop losses, jeopardizing food security across a vast region. The UN Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO, warns that extreme heat events could push an additional 100 million people towards chronic hunger by 2030. Public health nightmare. Heat waves are a public health nightmare, with vulnerable populations, children, the elderly, and outdoor workers, at grave risk of dehydration and heat stroke. The World Health Organization, WHO, estimates that extreme heat events are already claiming over 125,000 lives globally each year. Economic impacts. The Asian Development Bank, ADB, estimates that climate change could cost Asia trillions of dollars by 2030, crippling infrastructure, disrupting economies, and pushing millions back into poverty. A call to action. We are the volunteer fire brigade. But amidst the scorching despair, a flicker of hope remains. Renewable energy is on the rise, offering a cleaner, more sustainable future. However, the urgency of the situation demands an immediate and transformative response. Here's a clear call to action for various stakeholders. Citizens. 1. Spread awareness. Educate yourself and others about the climate crisis. 1. Share data and stories to raise awareness and inspire action. 2. Demand climate action. Contact your local representatives and demand bold climate action from your government. 2. Support candidates with strong environmental platforms. 3. Reduce your carbon footprint. Choose public transportation, reduce your energy consumption at home, and adopt sustainable practices in your daily lives. 3. Every action, however small, is a bucket of water thrown on the flames threatening our future. 3. Here are resources to get you started. Insert link here on how to reduce carbon footprint. Governments. 1. Aggressive emissions reduction strategies. Implement ambitious carbon reduction targets and invest in clean energy infrastructure. 2. Climate resilient infrastructure. Invest in early warning systems, improved water access for vulnerable communities, and research into heat-resistant crops. 3. International cooperation. Work with other nations to address the global climate crisis through collaborative efforts and knowledge sharing. Businesses. 1. Transition to renewable energy. Invest in renewable energy sources and adopt sustainable practices throughout your operations. 2. Climate conscious products and services. Develop products and services that promote sustainability and help consumers reduce their environmental impact. 3. Transparency and accountability. Be transparent about your environmental impact and set ambitious goals for emissions reductions. Together, we can #stop the heat wave and #protect our planet. This summer of fury in Asia is a stark, fiery message. Climate change isn't a distant, theoretical threat. It's here, now, wreaking havoc on the most vulnerable. This isn't just Asia burning, it's a glimpse into a future we can choose to avoid. Thank you for watching this video. Subscribe my channel and like. Follow me on LinkedIn, https://www.linkedin.com/and/Shriram77/ Twitter X, Ram Your Voice YouTube, www.youtube.com/@ramyourvoice.